We are now moving on to the third question, which is question number 16, in line with vector 1, extracted from Zimsec past exam questions. So we are given a solid shape, but it is made up of two solids, a pyramid at the top, which is representing the roof of the building, and we have a rectangular prism at the bottom, which is representing the sides or the walls of the building. Right. So when approaching a vector, you need to understand the meaning of a complete vector. For a vector to be complete, we must have two properties. Number one, magnitude. Number two, direction. So I, J, and K, they are denoting the directions. But if you read the question, you are given that OA is equals to 4 meters, OC is equals to 8 meters, OD is equals to 2 meters, MV is equals to 5 meters. Those meters, they denote the magnitude of the vector. So if we combine the magnitude and the direction, we have a complete vector. I hope you are listening, class. Right. So since they are saying OA is equals to 4 meters, I'm going to write OA is 4I. So this is 4I. But remember, the arrow is facing the A direction from O. So this is 4I. It's now a complete vector. Then we are given OC is 8 meters. So I'm going to write 8J. Then you put an arrow which is pointing C from O. This is 8J. Then we are given OD as 2 meters. So I'm going to write 2K representing the complete vector OD. Then MV, 5 meters. You can clearly notice that MV is vertical. Hence, MV is equals to 5K. Because all directions which are moving upwards, they are denoted by direction K. So since MV is 5 meters, I'm going to write vector MV is 5K. I hope you are following, class. Right, we move on to the first part of the question. They want you to find the position vectors of B and V. A position vector is a vector with a relative or initial. They all start from the origin. So if you are asked to find the position vector of B, they want you to find OB. Whenever you see the word position, it means everything is starting from the origin. So position vector of B is good as OB. So we want to move from point O here up to point B. Let us find the route. You can move from O to A first, then you proceed from A up to B. I hope you are following, class. So O to A, we have labeled the vector as 4I, and we are not opposing the arrow. So I'm going to write 4I as it is. Then A to B is parallel to OC, meaning to say A, B, and OC, since they are both equal and moving in the same direction, they share a common vector, which is 8J. So I'm going to add 8 what? 8J. So this is the position vector of OB. If you want to write it as a column vector, it is also allowed. I first, I is 4, J is 8. Since we don't have K, you put a 0. So this is OB. Then we move on to OV. From O to V, we can put we can move from O first to the midpoint of OA, which I'm going to denote by X. Let X denote the midpoint of OA. So I'm going to move from O to X. Then you move from X to M. Then you proceed from M to the required destination, which is V. Right. Since OX is the midpoint of OA, OA is 4I, meaning to say OX is 2I. So I'm going to write 2i for OX. Then from X here to M, it is half of OC. Since OC is 8J, X to M is 4J. So plus 4J here, since I'm moving in the same direction. Then from M to V, we have 5K. So you are going to write plus 5K, which can be written as 2, 4, and 5. Then you get yourself the first 2 marks. Then move on to item 2. Find the exact value of the angle between OV and OB. So the formula is cos theta is equals to vector A dot product vector B divided by the product of their modulus. So vector A here is being denoted by OB. Then let OV denote vector B. So I'm going to use the position vectors as it is. There's no need for sketch since the examiner has specified that the angle is between OV and OB. So I'm going to substitute the given vectors in the formula. You have cos theta is equals to 480 dot product 245 divided by the modulus. So you are now saying 4 squared plus 8 squared plus 0 squared dot product square root of 2 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared. Then you proceed. Cos theta is equals to 4 times 2, it gives you 8. 4 times the 8 times 4, you get 32. 0 times 5, you get 0. We now need to simplify the root signs. So I'm now saying 4 squared plus 8 squared, you get 8. Then you are now saying 2 squared plus 4 squared plus 5 squared. It gives you 45. So I'm now writing cos theta is equals to 8 plus 32. You get 40. Then you are now multiplying root 8 times. You are saying root 8 times root 45. You get 60. So theta is equal to arc cos of 40 divided by 60. So this is good as arc cos of 2/3. You get 48, 2 degrees. This is arc cos of 2/3, which gives you 48, 2 degrees. Right. So if they want the exact cosine, of the angle, you simply leave your answer as cos theta is equals to 2/3. Then you don't put arc cos on the right side. Then you are home and dry.